Welcome to LFN News, a production of LFN Media, bringing you the latest in celebrity news, with specific analysis to keep you in the know of what is going on around you. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. We also encourage you to share your comments in the comments section below and let us know what you think about the issue under discussion and any other issue you may want us to discuss in the future. R. Kelly, who is currently counting on a successful appeal, after he was on Wednesday, June 29 sentenced to 30 years in prison following his September 2021 guilty verdict, has three children: Joann Kelly, 24, Jay Kelly, 22, and Robert Kelly Jr., 20. Kelly shares all of his children with ex-wife Andrea Lee Kelly, aged 48, commonly known as Drea, whom he was married to from 1996 to 2009. R. Kelly's eldest child is daughter Joann Kelly, who was born on March 19, 1998. Joann is a singer, just like her dad, and goes by the name Buku Abby. In November 2020, Joann reportedly revealed to her fans that she had suffered a miscarriage the month prior. Jay Kelly is the middle child of R. Kelly and Drea. Jay was actually born a female and was originally named Jaya by his parents. But in 2014, when Jay was 13, he revealed he was transgender and preferred to be called a boy. Kelly, however, did not readily support Jay's transition. In an interview afterwards, the R&B king is known to have warned the interviewer that, "You don't really want to open it up by saying my daughter is becoming my son, because if that were true, don't even give the blogs that kind of credit." R. Kelly's youngest child with his ex is son Robert Kelly Jr. that took both his father's names. He was born under very difficult circumstances for Drea, who at the time was dealing with a lot of tension in their marriage with Kelly. "I was under so much stress that when I went to the gynecologist, they couldn't find his heartbeat," she said in the Surviving R. Kelly documentary series. Drea also recalled that when she arrived at the emergency room, she learned the doctors had to induce labor right away in order for Robert Jr. to survive. Many know very little about Robert Kelly Jr. and know not that he actually is also a musician just like his other two siblings. Even though Robert Jr. possesses musical skills similar to those of R. Kelly's other children who already have successful music careers, he has continuously chosen to avoid the spotlight. Analysts, however, predict that he is the most likely to have the most successful music career of all his kids and will most likely take on his dad's legacy. Robert Kelly Jr., a basketball player and star kid, was born on December 2, 2002 and will be 21 in December 2022. Robert has a variety of skills and is currently a student at Savannah State University, where he plans to study in marine biology. He completed his high school in a nearby high school in Chicago. Because Robert Kelly Jr. was reportedly brought up by his mother, it is alleged that he doesn't call R. Kelly his father. In an interview, his mother alleged that none of her children actually referred to R. Kelly as their father. Prior to their 1996 wedding, his parents had dated for a whole year. They unfortunately divorced in 2009 when he was 7. Robert Kelly Jr. and his two other siblings are all doing well in life and are quite connected to one another. Although he aspires to play basketball professionally, it's rumored that he has also been doing music in the shadows, and many believe he might end up a successful musician just like his father. His father, too, was a successful basketball player in high school and many believed it would be his profession, but he chose music over basketball. Apart from his interest in marine biology and basketball, Robert Kelly Jr.'s professional history is unknown. However, he apparently did not launch his career as formally as his siblings did. Robert is a talented and wise student. He also enjoys listening to music. Although, given the options, he probably might have chosen to run a construction business or become a professional basketball player, said one of his tutors in an interview. He currently makes a respectable living from a variety of sources. He is believed to have an estimated net worth of $300,000 as of December 2019. Robert Kelly Jr. has, unlike his other siblings, chosen to remain almost completely out of the public eye. Although R. Kelly is not fully present in his children's life, they appear to have inherited his musical skill. All three of R. Kelly's children have shown musical potential. Robert Kelly Jr., however, has the least known musical background, but he showed in a music video for his school in 2017 that he has a gift for rapping. Robert Jr. doesn't enjoy being in the limelight too much, but perhaps he'll do more music in the future. Although Jay Kelly, his brother, revealed his transition in 2014, he was born Joann Kelly. However, since he was 6 years old, he has been recognized as a male. He reportedly remarked, "I despise dresses, I liked females, and I didn't want breasts," as reported by News 1. Being a male, I didn't desire long hair. He stressed. Robert Jr.'s mom never fails to express her love and support for him. She has been caring for him on her own and ensuring that he feels loved for his whole life. On March 6, 2019, his father R. Kelly was detained for allegedly failing to pay child support. R. Kelly allegedly failed to pay his daughter Joann's college tuition as well as $161,000 in unpaid child support for his sons Robert Jr. and Jay. 2 months after being detained and imprisoned for failing to make the necessary payments, Kelly turned over a check. In 2016, Robert Jr. opened an Instagram account and solicited followers by uploading a picture of himself on his mother's page. "I'm an adult now, follow me," he wrote. Robert Kelly Jr., however, went on to delete his Instagram profile in 2018 and hasn't used social media since, despite the fact that the link is still live in the post. Speculators say he may have turned down his Instagram account because of all the accusations and negative press surrounding his father, but we'll never know for sure. Robert Kelly Jr. no longer has a social media account, so the only time we truly see him is when his mother uploads photos of him. The only constant social media presence he has, according to Heavy, is on his mother's profile. The most recent instance of him posing for pictures on social media with his family was on December 2, 2019. Andrea captioned the photo, "When Father God, Mother Earth, and Queen Universe are at work. This is dope and the successors to the throne, big things are coming shortly." We continue to closely follow up on Robert Kelly Jr.'s life despite his very secretive nature, and we can only wait and see if he indeed will take on his father's legacy. That's all we had for you today. Thank you for watching LFN News, a production of LFN Media, giving you another view of issues at hand. To get notified whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now and hit the notification icon. And remember to give us your comment on the subject matter below.